After 4 years apart, the millionaire found the biggest shock of his life. Ethan Carter had spent 4 years drowning himself in work, money, and silence, trying to forget the only woman he ever truly loved. 4 years ago, he and Emily had separated after a painful misunderstanding, both too stubborn, too hurt, and too scared to fix what was broken. He threw himself into building his empire, hiding behind boardrooms, private jets, and headlines, while she disappeared from his world entirely. Not once did he hear her voice again, but every night he found himself thinking about it. The softness of her laugh, the way she used to say his name, the warmth of her hands. He told himself he had moved on, but even he knew that was a lie. One rainy afternoon, Ethan rushed into the city hospital for a routine charity meeting, never expecting his entire life to twist in a single second. As he walked past the pediatric wing, he heard a little boy crying softly. Something in the sound pulled him, and he glanced inside the room. That's when the world froze. A small boy, maybe 3 years old, sat on the bed holding a worn-out teddy bear, his brown eyes shining with tears, eyes that looked exactly like Ethan's. The same shape, the same color, the same way they softened when sad. Ethan felt the air leave his lungs. It couldn't be. It was impossible, but his heart already knew. Before he could move, a nurse entered the room with a familiar voice behind her, a voice he thought he would never hear again. Emily walked in slowly, carrying a cup of warm milk for the child, her hair tied back, just like she used to on quiet mornings. When her eyes lifted and met Ethan's, the cup slipped from her hand and shattered on the floor. For a moment, neither of them breathed. 4 years of distance collapsed in that one silent heartbeat. He wanted to speak, but no words came out. She wanted to run, but her legs wouldn't move. The little boy looked up in confusion, then looked between them, between the mother he knew and the man who carried his eyes. Ethan finally stepped forward, his voice barely a whisper, shaking in a way he had never shaken in boardrooms or billion-dollar deals. "Emily, who is he?" Emily's eyes filled instantly, and she clutched the edge of the bed as if it were the only thing keeping her standing. "His name is Noah." Ethan's chest tightened. Noah, a name he had once dreamed of giving his son. He swallowed hard. "Emily, is he—" Her tears fell before she could stop them. "He's yours, Ethan." The world crashed around him. 4 years apart, 4 years of silence, 4 years of believing she had moved on while she had been raising his child alone. His knees almost buckled as he looked at the boy again, this time with the truth burning inside him. His son, his blood, his everything. "Why didn't you tell me?" he whispered, pain and regret tangled in his voice. Emily trembled, wiping tears with shaking hands. "Because when I found out I was pregnant, you were already gone. You walked away after the fight. You changed your number. You threw yourself into the business. I thought you didn't want anything to do with me anymore. I thought telling you would only make you feel trapped." Ethan stepped closer, shaking his head slowly as tears filled his own eyes, tears no one had seen in years. "I never stopped loving you. Not for a single day. I left because I thought you didn't need me." Emily's lips trembled. "I needed you the most back then." The little boy looked at them again, curious, innocent, unaware that the moment would change all their lives. Ethan knelt in front of him, voice breaking. "Hi, buddy. I'm Ethan." Noah blinked, then tilted his head. "Are you Mommy's friend?" Ethan looked at Emily with trembling hope, and she gave a small, tearful nod. Ethan inhaled shakily. "Yes. And maybe I can be your friend too." Noah smiled softly, and in that tiny smile, Ethan felt his entire heart rebuild itself. He looked up at Emily, 4 years lost, but maybe not everything was gone. "Emily, can I be part of his life?" She covered her mouth as fresh tears fell. "I never wanted to keep him from you,